you've got a rather nice duo display.
Indeed, and these aircraft very much have been made to be
As you recognise, the wing shape and the tail shape, very similar to that of a Hawk. Obviously, the Hawk is such a nice flying model. As a model, it flies so well. They just took the wings off of it and the tailplane, just modified the fuselage slightly. Why redesign something that isn't broken is a good motto in the model industry. The aircraft you're seeing now come as a moulding kit. They're all composite aircraft, much like some of the full-size aircraft you'll see. They're all fiberglass and maybe with a little bit of carbon fibre thrown in. So incredibly strong, yet incredibly lightweight. They're all powered by jet turbines, obviously. These turbines are literally the miniature version of what you'll see in the full-size. They run on Jet A1, some can run on red diesel actually. One is in Pink Tech, they're the brand of turbine you can run with, red diesel. As you see now, the Futura's putting their undercarriage down.
McLaren, that one.
Now that's the manoeuvre that they're suited to manoeuvre for the Matadors, and they call themselves Red Bull Matadors because they're always running into the Flying Bulls, so it's a good idea at the time. So yeah, with the smoke on. A nice little wing rock. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Jones, at least one half of the Matadors display team. When he lands, he'll be turning around. He can see you very clearly. I'm sure you'll see it very clearly too. A lovely canopy it has. Very strong. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a wave. I ain't going to give him a wave. Thanks, Steve.
And they are about 50 miles an hour. And they're probably the only team in the world to do this backwards formation. As they start to turn, they're also going to climb vertically, which is actually a very challenging handling exercise. Now here, the lead aircraft is not looking at the other one, but is concentrating on the ground position. The second aircraft is very much looking at the lead aircraft only to maintain position. And with the new tail rotor system on the Wildcat, there is a lot more increased control of authority at slow speed. As they reach the top of the aircraft, we need to do something, so get your cameras ready for an opposition nose over, which we'll see now. trademark box formation. 4 aircraft, the Yak 52 in the lead. Smoke is on from the 3 Yak 50s as they pull up for the classic loop. Keeping the aircraft straight with rudder on the way down as the speed builds up. That's about 4.5 G each of the pilots are experiencing during that manoeuvre. Now coming up for what looks like another loop, but this is a quarter clover, so they change directions and they're now flying away from us. Giving us an opportunity to see the team formation from a different angle. So Yak 1, Jez Hopkinson, on his right is Yak 2, Peter Scandrish. Now pulling over at the top, maintaining close formation throughout, flying away from us. Jez has a different job to his 3 formation pilots. His role is to ensure that all the manoeuvres are entered at the right height and at the right speed, to position the formation correctly, taking into account the on-crowd wind that we have today. Now for his teammates, their job is very straightforward. All they have to do is to stick to their leader like glue, which they're doing very well, as you can see. So the Yak 50s, higher performance than the lead aircraft, the Super Yak 52, which is unique. It has the highest power to weight ratio of any Yak 52 in the world because it's specially been prepared to lead this high performance formation. Maintaining a separation of just a few feet, as you can see. Pulling up once more, throttle wide open. The box formation loop, and it looks very easy, but the varying speeds as the speed decays on the way up and increases on the way down mean that the pilots in positions Yak 2, 3 and 4 are constant also in the US, where the first squadron will be formed before bringing it over to the UK. So it is a reality. Now the formation splits to right and left. We have the formation pair and the synchro pair. Formation pair exiting. Now pulling up for synchronized and opposition maneuvers, a synchronized stall turn, before diving back down in parallel with the smoke trails and flying in towards each other at a closing speed of over 400 miles an hour. Passing very close to each other, flying back down the line left by. Now back in towards the centre once more for another opposition manoeuvre. Rolling round each other as they go. The synchro pair, Yaks 3 and 4, Jim Schofield and Nick Barnard. Now as they look. Hear the growl of that big Russian radial engine developing 400 horsepower, and in fact one of the Yak 50s is being further uprated later this year to have 420 horsepower, and they're looking to strip even more weight from it to take it below 700 kilograms, so that really will be one hot ship. People often refer to the Yak 50 as the poor man's warbird. Not an aircraft from the Second World War. Nick to the left has obviously spotted them. He'll be coming in now to fly straight through the middle of the formation. This is a great one for those of you in cameras, especially against that grey sky. Here we go, right through the middle goes Nick. Whoa! Quite a little bit difficult with the aircraft on the ground, as you can see. When taxiing these what we call tail draggers, the tail wheel, there's virtually no visibility whatsoever. Kind of like trying to drive your car with the bonnet open.
Standard practice is to weave slightly left to right, to look at the back of the Blitzkrieg, Lightning War. The Hooker Hurricane. Overall, the Battle for France cost the Luftwaffe 1,428 aircraft. Now that was about half its operational strength. To do that, they had to neutralise the United Kingdom. In order for the German forces to successfully invade the United Kingdom, the RAF had to be destroyed. It had to be destroyed quickly. Another tactic was to send the Messerschmitt 109s in advance of the bomber force, what was called a fighter, as the aggressor. The German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, will pick the time, the date, the location, the height of the attack. Whilst the Messerschmitts were strafing the airfields, formations of bombers, constructed as the G model, the Vista, one of the later models of Messerschmitt, indeed the most numerous mark of Messerschmitt. During the Battle of Britain, it was the Emil, the E version, that was the main aggressor.
So he's supposed to
Controllers go in search of the enemy. And of course it is the Spitfire that will be forever remembered as the RAF aircraft of the Battle of Britain. Somewhat unfairly, there were more Hurricanes in service with the Royal Air Force at the time, but it was the Spitfire, of course, that captured everyone's imagination. No Luftwaffe pilot was ever shot down or attacked by a Hurricane. They always came back and said, I've been attacked by a Spitfire. '72, '74, '92, 610. 38 Biggin Hill fighter pilots lost their lives during the battle. The
Like the Hurricane, the Spitfire was armed with 8.303 machine guns, 4 in each wing. The Messerschmitt 109, 2 machine guns, but also 2 cannons. They were much bigger rounds, did a lot more damage. The ammunition used by the Browning machine gun was really just a rifle caliber bullet. German aircraft often returned home riddled with bullets as the 303 round just wasn't heavy enough. At 120 knots, or about 140 miles per hour. Here's those 1, 2 and 3. Aerobatic Team for 2015, the Red Arrows! Entering a left-hand turn, Red 1 calls them into 9 arrow. You'll see the aircraft now collapse to around 6 feet away from each other as they now form one big red arrow in the sky. Leading the team is Red 1. He is squadron leader David Montenegro, and it's his first year as the team's leader. He's a former Hawk instructor and Tornado F3 air defense pilot, and he initially flew in the Red Arrows from 2009 to 2011 and was the leader of the Synchro pair. Now cameras ready, in from the left in 9 arrow. Out. Forward. Out. In that chevron shape, clearly Red 1 at the front and the middle, and this is Spitfire. Now, we have
included that shape in the show this year to honour all of those who have secured the skies of the United Kingdom in the past and continue to do so in the present. I said already, it's not just about the pilots who work to secure our skies. That whole force of everybody in the Royal Air Force, air traffic controllers, air defenders, fighter controllers, everybody works to make sure that our skies are secure. Out to the front, the smoke goes off with another shape change. Don't have to tell you what this is. Get your cameras ready for our trademark. This is Diamond. As you can see it now, is flown by Red 5. He is the last of our new pilots. He's Flight Lieutenant Tom Boll. Tom started his career as a Tucano instructor, in fact displayed Tucano aircraft in 2010. He then moved on to fly the Typhoon, the Eurofighter Typhoon, which is the Royal Air Force's newest fighter, and his role there was exactly what I've just been talking about, securing the skies. The Typhoon force is on readiness 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. Tom on the Typhoon 15. We call this the Whirlwind. In 1968. So they're in Dagger, they're going to roll out directly ahead. It's now definitely time to get your cameras ready.
Out. Rolling. Out.
Enid are at the top, Jippo at the bottom. Smoke comes on, cameras ready for the detonator. Keep your eyes on Jippo. Here we go. Climbing steeply with a red, white and blue stripe is Red 9. Joe is a second-year pilot with the Red Arrows. He's the team's executive. Start to roll around Red 6 before they split. This is the Vortex. That in each of the bosses, now the pilots swap their smoke colours using the individual colour control buttons on each of the aircraft's control. And now, cameras ready for the twister. a roll.
And it's rolling out.
Boys and girls, let's give the Synchro pair a wave as they fly past upside down.
Now, that's your pound.
Now notice there's a panel hanging down the back of each of these aircraft. That panel hanging down is the air brake. We put that out to create drag to slow the aircraft down. It actually changes the shape of these rolls, which is why the air brake is out for this manoeuvre. So the Cobra finishes left. Look to the front to find Jip 8 and 9 roll around 6 and 7. They then roll. Cameras ready for the Jippo brake.
A little bit close. There it is.
You've been watching the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Winners! We introduced the shape of Spitfire to honour all of those who have secured our skies in the past. That was also...
Waiting. Now.
Based at Royal Air Force Coningsby in Lincolnshire, the Battle of Britain Memorial flight, and the Guardians Royal Air Force Heritage aircraft. Flying, obviously, Spitfires, Hurricanes, also the DC-3 Dakota, Lancaster, and a Chipmunk. Defended the skies. Today, the Royal Air Force is doing exactly the same. Please welcome Royal Air Force Typhoon, Battle of Britain Memorial Flight Spitfire.
entrepreneurial business acumen that Peter's managed to be in the position, as I say, to preserve not just the Kitty Hawk, but his other aircraft as well. A great thing to do. If I recall, they had 60-50 cal Brownings mounted in the wings with quite a few hundred rounds apiece, so it's certainly not something that you... Painting the original markings, I mentioned those... is our tribute to the sights and sounds of yesterday.